yet again, if you don't know how great Prince was, how great he really was, where you're just like, God damn it, man. I mean, the moves and everything and the shit that he was doing in rehearsals, and it looks like it was in this dingy basement. There was... You ever been to like a dive bar that plays like, you know, the bands play? But it's
Jesse has never been to a dive bar.
I know, but like underground, where you have to walk underground and you're just like, man, there's no windows in this motherfucker. Yeah. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Or you look like you're in a basement. That's what it looks like he's in. And it's just like, shit, did Prince not have money, or was that his choice to where he wanted to rehearse? I can't figure it out.
I go out every night and sleep all day since you took your love away.
And the cool thing was the band that was rehearsing with him during this period of his life, they went back and interviewed him, the guy who had done part of the arrangement on this song for Nothing Compares to You, and asked him about it. And they said, hey, and the guy tripped out. He lost his mind. He goes, man, I haven't heard it since we played it.
Oh my God.
It was never released.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, dude, imagine playing on a song and never hearing it. And like never hearing it until fucking 30 years later. He's like, dude, it's like a ghost coming back from the past, where you're just like, holy shit. I played with Prince and I did this song and it was amazing. No one believes you, probably, you know? And then no one's ever heard the recording. It comes out, and then they interview this guy, and then he went into the story of why it was never released, and it was unbelievably fascinating. So he broke down the lyrics, and he said at that time in Prince's career, the song itself, like all the flowers that you planted, honey, in the backyard.
Yeah.
He was a single guy. He was going after an image of this sex symbol and all of this shit. The song is about domesticity and being domestic and, you know, being at home and all of that shit. And he goes, he told the guy who recorded with him, I don't want my fans to think that I'm married and I stay at home and I plant flowers and I'm pining over this woman that I lost who used to plant flowers at my house and make my house nice and all of that shit. And then they asked him who he thought the woman was. And he goes, that's the other part of this weird mystery with this song, is it isn't about a breakup or some girl like everybody thinks the song is, that it's some like lovingly longing song. It was his personal assistant who used to take care of his house, and a family member had died, so she had to leave. And he was like, dude, she handles my finances. She plants the flowers. She cleans the house. She takes care of everything in my life. Hence, Nothing Compares to You. And it was about his personal assistant that was missing for like, she had to go back and handle a death in the family for like a couple months. So he wrote this song about her, and he goes, I didn't want people to think that the song was about me pining over this girl, and if they find out the real meaning, then it was about my assistant. People aren't going to be stoked about it. And when this guy told this story, you know, it all made perfectly good sense. And I was like, shit. And also Prince was so private with his music that he didn't want it coming out, and he didn't. But it left me hopeful of like, shit, if this is in the vault, what else is in the vault?
That this family is just going to like open
up, because this song is professionally done, mixed, everything. So it's not like it required anything else other than releasing it. When you hear it, it sounds like his style during the Purple Rain era. When you hear Nothing Compares to You during that era. So when you play it, you're like, oh shit, yeah, I could see him recording this with the rest of the album. It sounds exactly like Prince and the Revolution. Like, it's dope. So how much more shit does he have? And now I kind of want it out into the world. And the last question they asked this guy was, what do you think they should do, the family should do with the vault? Because allegedly there's thousands of songs. And they said at the time, during the 80s, Prince was writing one song and recording it a day, and he plays all the instruments, so he was mixing it and doing it all himself. God knows how much is in the vault, but this guy said, I think it would be awesome for the world, in his memory, if they released all of this shit. And he goes, Prince
was the kind of artist, though, that wouldn't want anything out that he didn't.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a reason why it's in a vault, because to him, it wasn't perfect.
Yes.
So there's something to...
Yeah. And
I know you want to hear it.
I'm torn on it. You're right.
But as far as like,
right.
if you really do, you know, want to respect this person that you love that died.
Yeah.
Is there any in there that's maybe like completely finished and totally, I don't know.
This one was, apparently there's a lot because he did it all himself. He plays all those instruments.
And there was a reason why he didn't want this out.
I know. And I get it now, but in hindsight,
I don't know if that was the reason. I think it was like, I guess that was like some of the reason, but it seems that he was like, I gave this to somebody for them to be their song, and I'm not going to now like turn it into my song.
But here's the interesting part about it. So the first person he gave it to was a band called The Family that was on his label.
Okay.
They did the song. It didn't do well.
Right.
It just went fucking unnoticed, unheard, whatever. This band, The Family, that was on his label, they were like, look, man, Prince was going through it at the time. He just didn't have enough oomph to put us out there into the world. Like he just wasn't, he was going through so much other shit, and that the band never took off. And then he said Sinead O'Connor covered it, and that's when it blew up. And then they asked the guy, they were like, well, what did he tell you about his feeling about this song? And the Sinead O'Connor version, he goes, he hated it.
No.
Yeah. Said he hated it. And he said he didn't mind if people covered his shit, but he wanted to be asked first.
I thought he gave it to her, like as a like, hey, I want you
That's
to
what I
sing
thought.
this.
Yeah.
So it was literally just a cover?
Just a cover, that's it. And so, because he wrote it or whatever, they covered it, paid the royalties on it, and
okay, that's different.
And then the guy said this to Prince. The same guy was just like, but Prince, you're going to be fucking loaded after this song because it's at the time that was like the biggest song in the world for 80 weeks in a row. I mean, something crazy. And
I can eat my dinner in a fancy restaurant. I mean, when you hear those, like the beginning,
everybody knows
like it takes you right back. Like, yes. Yeah.
15
Oh, hello. Nailed it.
I know.
I know.
No, not that. But with that, so the guy said, you're going to be rich, Prince, off of this song. You should be amped about it.
Totally.
And he said, it's not about the money. He goes, I don't care about money. It's about the fucking art. And he goes, I just don't like her. She never asked for it. She never asked for the fucking song permission. So he didn't
Prince
dig
was
it.
a little bit annoying sometimes.
I don't know.
Prince was a little bit annoying sometimes. Come on.
He was great. So lastly, in this interview with this guy who, after reading this interview, was super fascinating because this guy seemed pretty close to him. And he said, they asked him, they were like, well, what's with the whole fucking, shit then and everything in Prince's life and all of that stuff then, because he never came out and publicly slammed her either. And he said, look, Prince was well aware of what he was trying to do in his art and all of that shit. And he thought if he could become this, enigmatic person, that it would leave everything vague. You would always be wondering, but it would also be everything about the music. And then this persona of Prince that is just seems otherworldly. And he goes, behind the scenes, hardest working dude in the biz, always recording, loved music, loved arts, life, all of it. And that was the real thing, but the whole persona of Prince was a creation, which I thought from the get-go about him, that all of this was just a hilarious joke just to Prince and his friends, where he could be like, hey, I just did all this fucked up shit to people for all of these years just to do it because I'm Prince.
And towards the end, he was like, he went on like shows like as himself, kind of being like, I'm Prince. You know what I mean? Like, he was kind of making fun of it towards the end.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He would do like appearances like,
for sure,
I'm ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
So I think I would like to think that behind the scenes there was like a wink. Do you know what I mean?
So do I.
Of like, I know what I'm doing.